So I know a lot of you are, you haven't started a company yet, but you really want to. You're thinking about it. And I think that's fantastic. I think one of the mistakes that people make often is they say, I'm going to quit my job so I can go out and start a company. And I think that's a huge fatal mistake. One, because people don't have the experience in starting a company, and two, they lack the financial capabilities to do so. And the backup funds, they don't have an emergency fund, they don't have savings, sufficient savings built up to be able to do that. So I think that there's a huge danger. As an entrepreneur, you have to take risks. There's nothing that is risk-free in life. You have to be comfortable with taking risks, but there is a difference between taking a calculated risk and doing something absolutely stupid. That is risky behavior. So calculated risks are what you want to take as an entrepreneur. Just engaging in risky behavior that you actually haven't measured and you don't know what the risks are is absolutely stupid, and it's going to result in your demise. So one of the things that you shouldn't do in most cases is just quit your job to go start a business, because most businesses are going to fail soon after you start them, or if not soon after, in the first year or two. And that's going to throw you back into potentially a situation where your finances are completely screwed, and it could really have a negative impact on the rest of your life. But one of the things that you can do for a lot of things, and you can't do this for everything. If you're going to go out and start a restaurant, you really can't do it on the side. There are some instances where you can, but I think it's important for a lot of things. Like if you want to start a software company, or you want to become an author, you want to write seminars, you want to, do a lot of the services-based stuff, or the online stuff especially, you can start on the side. So keep your day job, get that, and keep receiving that steady stream of income, because you need that. You got to pay the rent, you got to buy food, you got to, all that stuff you need to survive. But start your business venture on the side. And that allows you to have a little bit, you obviously can't focus as much time on that business, on getting that started. If you were to just quit your job, but that's a little dangerous to do. But if you start on the side, you can start and you can make some mistakes, and but still, you can make the mistakes, but still have your steady stream of income coming in. And it also gives you the ability to slow down a little bit and plan. You have to be super careful, though, that you do not procrastinate if you do it on the side. So many people that I see that start something on the side don't move fast enough. One of the things and I've been in the same situation, I've done that. And honestly, one of my biggest successes in business was the time when, basically my entire income stream was on the line, and I was faced with basically having to go back and get a day job, which I did not want to do. And so the fright of running out of money and having to go back and get a day job made me bust ass like no tomorrow. And when you have that sort of desperate situation, like you've got 3 months before your funds run out, you are going to move your butt, and you're going to get your website together. You're going to learn accounting. You're going to learn, how to file your taxes. You're going to do all the things that are required to get that business off the ground. So if you procrastinate too much, if you wait too long, that's a real killer. If you wait too long to get something out to market, somebody else is going to do it before you do, or you're just not going to move fast enough, and you're going to lose interest. So you need to move quickly. But starting on the side is such a good idea for so many things that you can start. I'd highly recommend that. And before you quit your job, what I would recommend that you do is you learn as much as you possibly can about the company that you are working at right now. And by that, I mean, if you've got a job as a programmer, I'll give you an example from my past. I was a developer, software developer. I did some network administration stuff too. And then I left that job. I built up savings. I went to start my own company. But once I started my own company, I was like, holy cow, I should have spent a little bit of time at my last job, excuse me, learning about everything they did. And by that, I mean, marketing, sales. Sorry about that. Marketing, sales, product design, anything that your company does, that you have access to the people who work in those departments, you should learn as much as you can. And maybe all you can learn is just by talking to those people and saying, what did you have to do to learn this? Or, what kind of situations do you run into? But learning as much as you can on your current job is extremely valuable. And I always tell people to do that no matter where they are. Some people think, if they're working at McDonald's or fast food, for a short period of time while they're trying to get back on their feet, they can't really learn anything there, that they're just kind of working for minimum wage. And I say, hey, look, think about where you're at, or where you just were at. You weren't just flipping burgers. You weren't just, taking the order. You were actually part of an extremely magnificent, efficient system of delivery. The fast food chains have an amazing system they've worked at that has allowed them to basically let you go to the drive up and say, I want combo number 3. And within about 60 to 90 seconds, you paid and you picked up your food. That is absolutely magic. And so no matter where you work, you can learn things more than just about what it is you're doing. If you're the cashier, you can learn about more things on that job than just how to take an order, how to give somebody change. So always take the opportunity that you have at your current job to learn as much as you possibly can. You're going to find that to be so valuable as an entrepreneur, because if you don't do that, you're going to have to learn on your own. And that can be a little challenging. You're going to have to do it. You're going to have to learn a bunch of new stuff as an entrepreneur, but the more you can learn before you actually leave your steady job and your steady income is extremely important.